Welcome, everybody, to this week's edition of Valpo Baseball Weekly. It's brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute. Brandon Vickery with you. Glad to be joined by the head coach of the Valpo baseball team, Brian Schmack, and his team coming off a series win at UIC in the final non-conference weekend of the season. As we look back at the series, a lot to talk about, and maybe let's start with the guy who's pitching as well as anyone in the Missouri Valley Conference right now. That's Colin Fields, 13 strikeouts in the game on Friday. Kept his record unbeaten at 4-0 on the season, 9th in the nation in strikeouts. What stood out to you about the way he pitched against the Flames on Friday?
He used his fastball really well. In all counts, he was able to throw for strikes. He was able to elevate it, which was good for him. And he was getting his breaking ball over early too, which obviously is the key. I mean, it doesn't matter how hard you throw for your fastball, only guys that start to catch up to it. So the fact that he could spin a breaking ball up and change speeds and eye levels made the fastball even more effective. So he was really good.
Other player who really stood out on Friday was Kyle Schmack, on base 10 times in the doubleheader, huge catch in left field up against the fence late in the second game. So what can you say about the step Kyle's taken from a year ago into this season?
Yeah, I think it's like most of our guys, and just experience and confidence, and he's, I've said this many times, he's one of the few guys too, or many guys that have just understand him and what he can and can't do, so I think once you start to do that as a player, you can start to take off. He's not trying to be a world beater. He's just trying to be the best that he can be. And, and I think that's worked out for him so far. So happy for him.
And talking about guys who have taken steps forward, how about Jake Miller, 8th in the nation in strikeout to walk ratio, 41 strikeouts, 3 walks, another great day in that area on Sunday, pitching into the win. What stands out in your mind about the way Jake Miller has pitched this season?
Yeah, I mean, he's extremely confident on the mound. He's just attacking hitters. I mean, obviously the numbers are showing that. So he trusts his stuff. This stuff has gotten better, I think. And anytime that happens, it just gives you that extra boost of confidence. So he's really used that, and he's just said, hey, if we're going to get beat, I'm going to get beat. Them hitting me. And it's weird. His stat lines are pretty weird. I mean, he's doing really well. He's given up 7 home runs, which is, it seems a little bit rare, but they seem to be all solo shots, and we'll take those because oftentimes those don't beat you. So, he's just, he's a lot more confident than he was last year, and it's worked out for us as well.
At kind of a checkpoint in the season now, getting ready for conference play, non-conference weekends are in the books. As you kind of look back at the season to this point, 11-11 through 22 games, best record at that point in the year since 1998. What are your thoughts on the season to this point, and how would you assess where you're at as a program right now?
Yeah, I mean, we're happy with that. We are. I mean, we wish we were, 22-0, obviously, but we're happy with the 11-11. And I think we're going into conference play a little bit more confident than we've ever been. And that's from winning games. I think there's no surprise that, winning is better for guys. We have played the tough schedules and been 4 and whatever. And it's, we can hang your hat on, hey, we played good competition. It's going to prepare us, but we also haven't won. And I think guys like winning. They really do. And that seems to snowball, and you get to the field expecting to win instead of hoping to win. And that changes things. So I like where we're at from this standpoint.
Let's look ahead to the first weekend of conference play. It's the one team that you haven't beaten since joining the Missouri Valley Conference. It's the first weekend of conference play as you jump in by hosting Indiana State. What do you have to do to kind of get over that hump against Indiana State? And what are some keys going into this weekend?
We have to play like we did this past weekend. We have to throw the ball over the plate. We can't give them free bases. They're too good a team, and you're not beating anybody when you allow 8 guys on via walk or errors and stuff like that, especially a really good team like Indiana State. So we just have to go after them and give them our best shot. I know it's cliche a little bit, but we have to make them earn everything. They're going to be ready to play. They're obviously well coached, and they have great talent on that team. And, we're looking forward to the opportunity of hosting them, and hopefully taking one, if not more, dubs from them.
There he is, the head coach of the Valpo baseball program, Brian Schmack. Again, conference play starts at home this weekend. First, it's a midweek trip to Milwaukee. For all the latest in Valpo baseball, you can follow Valpo baseball on social media or visit valpoathletics.com. This has been Valpo Baseball Weekly, and it's brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute.